today I wanted to stop by and sample some samples with you guys. These are ones that I thought were worth talking about, and they're from the house of Ex Nihilo. The first one is Oud Vendome, and I don't think that you're going to even be able to see it, so please just trust my word. It is a beautiful, bright, at a certain point it becomes a little bit chocolatey but oudy fragrance. So it in some ways reminds me of Oud Ambrosier from Lancome, but Oud Ambrosier, I really don't get a chocolate feel from it. And like I said, this one, it's not chocolatey, it's not a chocolatey fragrance, but as it dries down, there is a point where you can smell a little bit of chocolate. So this one, when I first put it on, and I can only imagine what it would be like to spray it out of the atomizer, but it's bright in the beginning. So I almost get like a tart apple or a strawberry, just a bright fruit that I get. And then as it dries down, it becomes more woody. You get more of the chocolate. And I've tested these before, so that's how I can give you, some insight about what the fragrance does so quickly. I know that I just put it on my skin, but definitely get some chocolate in the dry down. That fades away. It's a clean oud, but it is mildly skanky. There is a mild amount of skank, and I haven't tried like barnyard ouds. I haven't tried the dirtiest or the fecal ouds or anything like that. So I am pretty new when it comes to the type of ouds that I can tolerate, and I'm definitely on the novice side where I like more clean smelling ouds. I don't know, but I do get a little bit of skank from this fragrance, and I don't think that this is a skanky fragrance, but I can get it a little bit. Anyway, I think this is a really, really beautiful fragrance, and I think that is definitely worth trying. I would like to try it more and see. I think that I might be interested in getting a full bottle of this. It's just something unique and something that fills a hole in my collection. So that is Oud Vendome by Ex Nihilo. The next one is called Atlas Fever. This one is beautiful. It's woody as well, but it's not fruity. There's no brightness. Well, let's try it out. I don't remember there being too much brightness from this fragrance. I'm gonna put it here. And these little dabbers are hard, but you get a little. Okay, so I can smell it here, and what I get mainly from this fragrance is creaminess. It's almost like it's powdery and creamy at the same time. A little bit of spice. This fragrance it almost reminds me of wet chalk, and almost like if you were going to write on something very smooth, a chalkboard. Any of you who have experience writing on a chalkboard, it feels like it could have some moisture to it. The vanilla, I know there's vanilla in here, so a creamy vanilla mixed with some very smooth, maybe powdered wood. So it's sweet, it's creamy, but it's also soft and powdery, if you can imagine that. This fragrance has some red berries, it has some incense, there's some sandalwood, some cedar. Let's see, what else is in this fragrance? Narcissus, there's tonka, gaiac wood, and oak as well. Incense, if I haven't said it, but I do get a little bit of the incense. I don't get the red berries. But yeah, mainly what I get is a soft, it's powdery, it's a little bit creamy and sweet. The creamy and sweet is definitely prominent. It's not a little bit, but it's definitely there. Wood, it's really beautiful. I almost feel like I smell something spicy, but that could just be the incense. I'm not sure. It's really beautiful. It's soft. And I feel like Oud Vendome is soft too. The notes in that fragrance, saffron, ginger, galbanum, cedar, oud, musk, and incense were in the Oud Vendome. Yeah, so that's drying down nicely. Bright and woody, but this is creamy, powdery and woody. It's good. Let's see. The next one is Sweet Morphine. This one is a powdery, vanillic, musky lilac. Okay, so let's see. I'll put it here. And you can smell it also as I'm applying it. Definitely get that lilac and the powder. This is almost, as it dries down, it becomes a little bit more floral, but still powdery. This is sweet. If you like lilacs, this one is really, really beautiful. So like I said, a powdery, sweet, musky, clean as you get toward the end of this fragrance. Lilac fragrance. This is really, really beautiful, sweet. And the notes in that one are lilac, bergamot, mimosa. There's iris, rose, heliotrope. There's bourbon, vanilla, orris, vetiver, and patchouli. So that one is beautiful as well. And the one that I am not sure, excuse me, I normally wouldn't like fragrances like this because if I were to say this reminds me of a lighter version of Clinique Aromatic Elixir. Do you guys remember that fragrance? So that one is heavy, it's pungent, it's thick. It has a heavy note of oak moss and other woods and herbs. And for me, it's just, I feel like it's suffocating. I feel like it's too much. But this one, there is oak moss in here. There's vetiver in here. If I haven't said, this is French Affair. But it's more clean. It's more clean. It's dry. Where did I can put it right here. There's citrus at the top of this fragrance. So citrus. But as it dries down into something very dry. And I would almost say that this is chic because, you know, I can see someone, man or woman actually, wearing this fragrance anywhere. That's how I feel dry fragrances behave. I feel like they're appropriate for many different occasions. With the citrus on top, I see mild weather into warm or even hot weather. I don't see this one disturbing anybody in the hot weather. But as it wears, the citrus, it gives a balmy feel, but then it starts to dry down and it becomes dry. Get that oak moss for me right away, but it's very, I could see like flowy dress or white linen, kind of sitting outside, catching a breeze with this fragrance on. It's really, really out of my norm, but it's very interesting to me, and I can't say that I don't like smelling it. I think I will continue to test. I can't say that I would want a full bottle of this one quite yet, but before I was even on camera, as I was testing it before I got on camera, I kept going back to it. So I don't know. The notes in this fragrance are citrus, vetiver, oak moss, and there's lychee, violet, bergamot, rose oil, angelica, and patchouli. And if I hadn't said cedar, it's in it there. But yeah, it becomes very toned down, the oak moss, and it's just a dry, woody, citrus at the top fragrance. So yeah, those are my thoughts on these 4 fragrances. Have you guys tried anything from Ex Nihilo? And if so, what did you guys think? Have you tried any of these? I think the Sweet Morphine is pretty popular. I've heard of the Oud Vendome. That one's pretty. But not so much about the Atlas Fever or the French Affair. So this one, I think I like the Atlas Fever the most. That creamy wood, soft, powdery. It's really, really beautiful. And that one could be unisex too if you are a man who likes some sweetness and creaminess in your fragrances. the wood is definitely there. So might be worth giving a try, but the French Affair is definitely unisex as well. So I don't know, I just wanted to hop on and talk with you guys for a little bit about these fragrances. I've been sampling samples. So again, if you have any input, go ahead and leave your comments down below. And that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love, Jay. Bye-bye.